Hi everyone, I'm Jim Brims and welcome to review of One Nation Underground, the third record by the band Ill Niño. Today we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the album, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I already reviewed half of this band's discography, so go check those videos out. My story with Ill Niño is quite simple. At the end of 2001, I've stumbled upon the music video for their song God Save Us. Is it hard to believe I do what I see? All this pressure is turning down on me. That was the song. I was like 4 years old at the time and it made such a big impression on me. I would jam this record every single day. It was such a good time. Then years later I finally checked out the rest of their discography back in the year 2008. I listened through Confession, this record and Enigma, which was the newest one at the time. So when it comes to the lineup on this release, we've got Christian on the vocals and additional guitars, Dave on the drums, he's the founding member, Las Pina on the bass. He's the second bassist of this band because Christian Machado was the original bassist, but he switched to vocals in 1999. He was also the founding member. Jarder and Arrow on guitars. Jarder is one of the founding members as well. He sadly quits after this record, I am not sure why. And Arrow has been in the band since the record Confession, but he didn't play on most of the songs because Mark Rizzo wrote like 95% of the previous album. We also have Daniel on the percussion, who's been in the band since Confession, I think, or maybe he played jazz on some songs on the Confession because Jose Vasquez did percussive stuff on that release. We also have Omar Klajiv on the programming and keyboards. He's the dude that did the DJ and turntable stuff on the previous two records. This is his final release with the band as well for some reason. We also have Eddie, the producer, doing some keyboards, and Jamie is featured on one of the songs. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, not necessarily no clipping, just the way I like it. There's nothing to complain about here. While I think that the production on the first record was better, even if some people think otherwise, here it sounds very polished, but you can still hear every single instrument, the guitars, the bass, the drums, the vocals, all of the keyboard and programming elements are here. You can easily focus and hear everything. Message is diverse. The songs are mostly about personal struggles, relationship issues, society, losing your religious beliefs on songs like Frustrated, for example, becoming a better person, etc. I urge you to read the lyrics by yourself so you can find your own meaning within them. Structure of the songs is pretty basic, standard intro, verse because bridge, chorus, outro. Sometimes it's slightly different, but it's not technical or progressive at all. When it comes to the music genre, this is a nu metal release, no other genre spotted or heard, so the same as the previous two records, but here they've added slight breakdowns here and there, 001 riffs. They were also present on the first two records, but they weren't so blatant and like overused. Here almost every song has them. Also a fun fact, because this band was on Roadrunner Records, the label that had Slipknot but also Nickelback, for some reason, since Ill Niño's been on the label since the first record, the label always forced them to remove the screaming and growling on the singles. So when you're listening to Unreal or What Comes Around, the single versions, the growls are removed. The same thing I think happened on Confession. Here this happens with the only single What You Deserve, which has all of the screaming and growling removed on the music video and the single version. I am not sure why. It makes the song sound way worse compared to the album version. From what I've heard behind the scenes, it was crucial for the label to make the band play more mainstream music similar to Nickelback, etc. And the band did not want that. It's why after this release they did not renew their contract with Roadrunner. Instead they had a different label for the Undercover EP, then Enigma album, and then they signed to Victory Records, I think, with Dead New World, and they had 3 records with them, and those were more heavier because that label wanted the band to go in a different direction, to make music heavier with growling. So that's actually quite interesting, from one extreme to the other, you know. One label wants you to be only papi and la la la, the other wants to do and what can you do? It's always not a fun situation. Anyways, now let's focus on the musicianship on this release. Let's start with the drummer, Dave. I like his groove, the style of his playing, the double bass work. He complements the songs. He does a great job. The percussive elements that are added by two other band members are also quite good. They enrich the sound of the music, that's for sure. They add that distinct Latin flavor. Next, let's talk about the bass work. Well, it's audible, it mostly follows the guitars. It's not as audible as it should be, at least to me. I wish there were more variety when it comes to the bass lines. Next, let's focus on the guitar work. I do enjoy it. Crunchy, heavy guitar riffs mixed with more melodic and intricate ones, more atmospheric, I would say. Also some Latin influences here and there on the acoustic guitars. Not as much as on the previous two records, which had Mark Rizzo, who did all of that stuff, but still it is here and you can tell that this is an Ill Niño album. Last but not least, let's focus on the vocals by Christian, and wow, he's one of my all-time favorite singers. His singing here is perfect. He was born for singing and he sounds fantastic here. The screaming, shouting, yelling and growling is also on point. Nothing to hate here. Now let's rate the individual songs. The album opens up with the banger called This Is War. This is also a single with a music video. It's heavy, it's straight to the point. Wow. He was a slave to the dirty system. This is war. And I say that I'm not giving up, not giving in. This is war. And I say that's the chorus. I love the singing to screaming ratio, how you can hear some screaming in the background as he's singing. Love all of that shit. This is like a perfect opener, one of the better ones. Ill Niño for some reason always chose a fantastic song as an opener, except the 2014 album, which had a atrocious song, like it was straight up garbage. But on the first record, God Save Us, banger. On the second record, Te Amo, I Hate You, banger. Here, This Is War, banger. On the next, The Alibi of the Tyrants, something like that, banger. On the fifth one, God Is For the Dead, banger. On the sixth one, The Depression, banger. Banger, 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 banger. It was so good, and this is a fantastic opener. It makes you pumped up and full of energy. You want to experience more of the record as you're hearing this song. It sounds like a total classic, like this is one of the better songs here, that's for sure. 10 plus out of 10. My Resurrection continues the heavier side of the band with some screaming. My Resurrection. I love the percussive elements, the bongos, all of that stuff. The heavy guitar riffs, the drumming. This is also a fantastic song. I did a Doom MIDI cover of it for today's anniversary. Go check that out. This is a classic song, that's for sure. 10 out of 10. What You Deserve, the main single with a music video, which was butchered. You know, the single version without the screaming and growling. Ugh, it's awful. This album version, it's actually pretty great. It sounds very melodic, like it was forced by the label to be written. Like it sounds manufactured. I don't know why. It just sounds like that in my head. I am not sure if this song should have been on the record. I feel like if the band had total control of their music and which song is going to end up on the album, this one wouldn't have made the cut. That's just my opinion. 8 out of 10. Turns to Grey features Jamie Justa of Hatebreed, the legend, the man himself. Love this song, the chorus, all this turn to grey, all these things turn to grey, and we have the breakdown at the end. We go. Jamie's typical. Love this one with all of my heart. I am not sure why this is not the single, you know? It has Jamie Justa, he was a popular figure. 10 out of 10. De La Vida. This track is also great. I especially enjoy the beautiful verses and the chorus. The bridge, on the other hand, it needs some work. I feel like the bridge brings the song down a bit. But those verses, man, so beautiful. 9 out of 10. La Liberacion of Our Awakening. One of the best songs here, that's for sure. I love the verses here, the emotional resonance in Christian's voice, the chorus also fantastic, the bridge. I have nothing to criticize here. I will feel so blessed, this the kid of mine. Even once this water has turned to wine. Why? I will feel the pleasure, my wounds are sick, sick. So confused, I'm restless, consumed within. Wait! In this endless maze, I'll suffocate when everyone around me drives me to the edge to shed my face and change my ways. When everyone around me drives me to the end of silence. Verse and the chorus, they work like in perfect harmony. I just sang them to you, like I butchered them, sorry for not being a singer, but I just love it how the transition is seamless, like you don't even hear it, it just goes so good. Within. I just love this one with all of my heart. I don't understand why this wasn't a single with a music video. 10 plus out of 10. All I ask for is another fantastic track. I love the verses here so much. The verses are the best parts, and the chorus, all I ask for, love that. I just feel like the bridge yet again could have been slightly better. That's just my opinion. 9 out of 10. Corazon of Mine. This song goes hard. I love it. The verses are stay forever. Walk behind me when I say it's forever. Don't remind me, rah, something like that. That's the chorus. I don't remember the exact lyrics, but that was the chorus, and it slaps. It's the best part of the song, that's for sure. The verses have that old school nu metal feeling to them, music wise. I just love it. I just noticed that I don't talk a lot about music. I just focus on the vocals. Probably because the vocals are so good, but I must say that so far the music behind the vocals complemented the vocals so good that it just works, you know. There wasn't any part here that I would be like, nah. Corazon of Mine, a classic song, that's for sure as well. 10 out of 10. Everything beautiful. This one, well, it needs some work, I must say. It's more laid back, somber, la la la, all of that stuff. The music isn't that interesting, but yet again Christian is carrying this song on his shoulders, especially when it comes to the chorus and the bridge section, but the verses could have been better. I feel like they're kinda dragging the song down. Still a great track, I have nothing against it. 8 out of 10. In this moment is another highlight of this release. The verses so beautiful, especially vocal wise. The music slaps, it has that old school Ill Niño feeling to it, the drumming, the guitar riffs, all of that. But what makes this song stand out for me the most is the beautiful chorus. Never mind, who's to say, it's hard to rest when everybody's on your case, on your own. It's hard to sleep when everything is all concerned. Who is right? It's hard to breathe with this intention. Feels so wrong, feels so right, feels so wrong. Never mind. So yeah, that's the chorus and it goes hard as hell. Like, what the hell is even Christian doing here? Because he was on a roll from 2000 to 2012. Everything he touched vocally was simply gold. Like, I couldn't whine about anything. And this song is supposed to be like something like at the end of the record. No one is supposed to be paying attention to songs right now, you know, because usually people don't care about albums, full albums. They don't care, they only go in for the singles. And here every single song has so much passion, at least vocally, you know, like he did the best he could and he provided us with some beautiful vocals. This one is a banger, 10 out of 10. My Pleasant Torture is another song that is more somber like, but I do enjoy it again, the vocals. The verses, not so much, but the chorus and the bridge slaps. So yeah, it's a great song, nothing else, nothing more, 8 out of 10. Barely Breathing, this is an instrumental piece with some keyboard, I don't know why it's here, it drags the record down for me, 5 out of 10. And the final song on the standard release, Violent Saint. This one, it's disgusting, it's a travesty, but you're going to be surprised why. On its own, this is just a good song. The opening is nice, we have some corny guitar riffs, you know, corny, heavy beginning. The verse is kinda lacking because 001s on the guitars. The chorus seems like weirdly put in, like it does not fit, and I've always felt that, you know, I've always felt that this did not fit right, and I was wondering why Why? And years later, I finally got an answer for that mystery, and you're going to have to wait a little bit for me to reveal it, so this song is just 7 out of 10. Now let's talk about the Japanese bonus song, Frustrated, which was not chosen for the standard tracklist, probably because of its very dark and mature lyrical content. Like, this is the song where the vocalist is losing his faith in God and religion, basically, and as we know, he's going to lose it completely, because on the album Dead New World from 2010, he's like against God. He's like, God, what the hell is this? He doesn't exist. Here, he's like struggling with why God is letting all of these atrocities occur in our world, you know, famine, cancer, pedophilia, murders, all of that stuff. And also he ponders the question, where is my God when I need him the fucking most? That's a good part. All in all, this is a very emotional song, full of dread, anxiety, hatred and anger. All of that is here. And I feel like this is the main reason why the label did not want this song on the record. This one was re-recorded, the final song on the 2012 album, and it's atrocious there because they took the instrumental work, they made it even dumber, and they've added awful vocal lines and awful lyrics on top. Like, it's disgusting, that new version. But this version slaps. Like, it's one of the best Ill Niño songs ever. It's just such a bummer that this was not featured like as a single with a music video. It should have been in the middle of the record, that's for sure. This song should have been celebrated, so if you haven't heard it, you need to check it out. I'm contemplating separating, my religion breeds from nothing. Would I really be hurt somewhere? So question yourself, so question your God, so question your will. I couldn't forget God. It's getting stray, I can't explain. Too late to question our fucking fate. You want to know, just fucking think, 'cause I can't answer a fucking thing. So ask yourself, so ask your God, 'cause I could only care fucking less. This is getting so frustrating. Where is my God when I need him the fucking yes? So that's like the verse and the chorus, and as you can see, it goes hard as hell. So one of the better Ill Niño songs out there, 11 out of 10. And now let's talk about the song called Can't Forgive, Can't Forget. And this one is a surprise because this is the original version of Violent Saint. And I've heard it years after the fact. Like, I didn't hear about this song till like 2013, 2015. I am not even sure. But when I first heard it, I was like, wait a minute. Is this Violent Saint but better? Like, it has the same intro, the verses are shorter and they do not repeat the same melodies over and over, you know, the chugging. Then we go straight into a beautiful chorus. Like, the chorus is so good compared to the Violent Saints chorus. Like, it's 100 times better. And then we also get the bridge section, which has some flamenco playing, some Latin influences, and then they go into a breakdown. Those flamenco Latin influences are absent from the Violent Saint version, so this is the song that should have finished the album, not Violent Saint. Violent Saint is an inferior version to this one. It's a travesty that Violent Saint even exists. I am so angry at that. When I found out that Violent Saint was just like a Frankenstein monster, like it's like sued from various parts of some different songs, and the original one here is such a banger and it transitions well from the verse to the chorus, like seamlessly, and the final cut, Violent Saint, does not. So you have to listen to this one instead, 10 out of 10. And the final song, Red Rain, Peter Gabriel's cover, I already rated it in my Enigmas review, but I must talk about it here yet again, because this is the original version. This was featured as a bonus, and then they either re-recorded it or just changed the production on the 2006 EP version. This one I feel like it's a little better, you know, because of the production. It's fun to listen to, nothing special, I do enjoy it, it's better than the original song, but it's not for me. It's very simple and more somber, you know. for more older people. 7 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, replayability, yeah, it's an excellent record, I enjoy most of it, like, cut off the last 2 songs from the record and add Frustrated and Can Forgive, Can Forget, and the album is way better, it actually would sound better. Besides that, everything else here is on point. I love the vocal performance by Christian, love the guitar riffs, the drumming, the atmosphere of this record. The highlights for me, besides Frustrated and Can Forgive, Can Forget, are This Is War, La Liberacion of Our Awakening, Corazon of Mine, In This Moment, My Resurrection, and Turns to Grey. These songs go hard as hell. Celebrate yourself by spinning this record today, it deserves your love and attention. That's all from me, thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. Shout out to my Patreon supporters who gracefully sponsor these videos, thank you so much. You can join them if you want, link in the description, so I can make more reviews like this one, it would be really cool. See you next time, bye!